Guys, Grant Paulson, Danny Rouhier, we are live at the Anthem over in the Wharf, where the Nationals are being celebrated tonight, the World Series documentary.
A lot of people going to be here. Mike Rizzo, who we've already seen, Ryan Zimmerman, Mark Lerner will be here, among other dignitaries of D.C. What's cool for us, and this is selfish, is there's a little bit of Grant, a little bit of Danny, a little bit of Eric Bickel, I think some John Paul Flame, members of the station. You're going to hear us a little bit on this documentary. It's really neat to be a small part of history.
Mr. National himself.
Haven't watched any of the games. I mean, when you get done with it, you have the week of craziness and celebration where you're going around and doing a bunch of stuff, but you don't really watch any of the stuff. You just answer questions about it, and then after that, you kind of want no part of it, honestly. For a couple weeks, you actually unpack and live in your house and see your kids, and now we're to the point where you kind of start to think about it a little bit, and this will be the first time I've really looked back at it. So it'll be cool to see kind of the content that they have and the replays from the games, and I'm looking forward to it.
Give me a moment where you know your process was good, right, and everything, but you went, man, that was unlikely. That's crazy that just happened, because there's so many moments as a fan that it's so unbelievable this run you guys went on.
Yeah, well, you got to look back to when you're talking quality at bats and times where that are unexpected or really that never happened. It's left on left, Hader against Soto. How many times does Hader give up that kind of exit velocity? No matter where the ball went, if it was caught or if it wasn't caught, he had a great at bat against one of the toughest left-handers. Soto again against Clayton Kershaw, down by a run, LA, Game 5, elimination. It was 4 or 5 outs away from going home, and this guy takes one of the greatest left-handed pitchers in the history of baseball deep to tie the game up. And then Howie does his thing, and we have great at-bat after great at-bat. So, that as you think about, we always think about late in the season. To me, that Suzuki home run against the Mets when we came back down 6 9th was as big a game as there was in the regular season. There were so many of those moments where Davey and I met after the game. We said to ourselves, we can build on this momentum, and we saw what could have been in those classic moments.
Yeah, it was pretty neat walking up to the Anthem this afternoon. There was a huge collection of Nationals fans in line outside wearing their red. They're wearing their jerseys and their hoodies. Everyone's got their World Series gear on. It's only a month ago that this team won the championship. We don't want that to go quietly into the night. It's a great evening to remember the magical run.
Yeah, it's a time to relive it and all the unlikely moments that happened. It took 1 million of them in a row somehow against all odds for this team to come back. In every elimination game, they came back from the 19-31 start. That's all they did was come back, and this is a lot of fun to remember that for one more night.